Hey, shalom, family, shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, welcome to the channel. Um, Welcome to the live. If you're in here, make sure you like the video. If you're tuning in later, a little bit at a later time, make sure you like the video, share. But this man, it's crazy. What we've been hearing, what we've been seeing, what we know, what we've been knew
And
is
what has been revealed to you.
exactly what's been revealed to you. Also, man, it's crazy to think about. It's really crazy to think about. It's not crazy, but it is because it affected the whole entire world.
Yeah,
Like really,
you went on a good rant about that yesterday. And it was like you were just like stunned, like this really happened in 2019, 2020. Like it was really insane. And the world was literally bamboozled. You had people just arguing
I'm sorry.
over, oh my gosh, get the prick thing, get this, don't do it. Oh, I'm a snitch on you. Oh, this. Oh, have this mask. Oh, have this.
Right? Look, we couldn't even be this close 4 years ago.
You had to be 6 feet apart.
6 feet apart.
Now, what was that
We
like on night shifts? Because you were out there in it. I was at home.
that was different. Like they started doing the 6 feet. Me, I was
But you were
uncomfortable
essential.
because yeah, I was an essential worker. At the time we was planning on moving to Africa, so I was taking the bus, saving on like gas and stuff. Um,
Hmm.
it's just crazy. It's really crazy to think about
It
because
is.
they shut down the bus lines. Police would stop people like, "What? You supposed to be inside? You supposed to be inside?" I'm
You're
like, "No,
supposed to be
I'm a
inside.
essential worker." You
I
know,
didn't even know they was doing it that crazy.
yeah. Get to work. You gotta put your mask on quick. Soon as you enter the workspace, people around looking at people different. Like, does he have it? Like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, it's just the whole relationship of people just changed.
Mm.
Even husband and wife, even
Hmm.
spouse,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm
One
like,
cough, the other one looking like,
yeah,
do
like,
I gotta commit you to the hospital ward?
right? It really makes me think because I was the only one that all like I would put my mask like right here, and they'd be upset. So I got called in the office like twice, two times, and I'm telling
Oh
them like, man, I
gosh.
really don't agree with this.
Yeah.
This is actually killing me. I
Yeah.
can't breathe. I
For
have
real.
allergies. This is not gonna work for me. Um, and hallelujah, like,
Yeah.
and then we got our plane tickets, and
Yeah.
I just left.
We left. We was like, we ain't got time for that. That's foolish. It was like the Matrix, and I think that was just the testing realm to see how far they could take this Matrix,
Exactly,
because they had in the black churches, they was getting paid under the rug. We're gonna give you a little million
man.
to
It's
go
so
ahead and preach this message
yeah.
to the
So
black
if
community.
you're in here, make sure you like the video. If you know what we're talking about, leave us a comment and let us know your thoughts about what's his name, Fauci,
Oh, Dr. Fauci, that's
Dr. Fauci. He's
crazy.
actually coming out and saying like, yeah, the U.S. funded China, whatever. But they basically
The
coming out in
U.S.
truth.
funded the Wuhan,
Yeah,
is what you're
they
saying.
coming out with the truth, saying like, yeah, the people that like doctors and stuff is saying sorry to people that didn't get the test and stuff. They really had people on ventilators.
Yeah. And I have a nursing background, okay? And so you
That's
learn in
wild,
nursing school, putting people on ventilators is the last resort, because it increases the risk of infection and death by like 60 to 70%. But they were putting, somebody would have symptoms of, oh, cough, sneeze, ventilator.
right?
You
Like
see these
that's
videos of China, people got on yellow, what do you call them,
the
hazard
hazmat.
suits?
Yeah,
And it was just like, it was like a circus. It was like a play. Like the ancient Greeks,
right.
y'all, this is why history is important.
They had classes on how to wash your hands
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
That's
Mask,
it's like
the whole.
it's really crazy to think about that we really lived through that. You guys lived through it too. Let us
Yep.
know, like for real, because that really blows my mind.
four
Like
years ago
4 years ago, the whole
mm,
world
was on lockdown at this time.
lockdown.
And for us, we were like, we don't care who's on lockdown. We are getting out of here.
Yeah, yeah,
You ain't gonna keep me in this crazy insane asylum. Y'all ain't finna. Nope. Once the Most High opens that door, look,
yeah.
He answers the prayer. He gives you the grace for it. You better run on your grace.
really.
You better use your
And
grace.
that's what it's about. So, man, all praise to the Most High that He got us out there. He never put us in a situation where we had to get tested,
No,
where we had to,
get pricked.
get pricked and stuff. So it's like, man, it's crazy to think about how much the adversary is so sneaky,
Oh, that was just 1.0. Just wait till 2.0 because this news that we
so
saw
deceiving.
from Full Spectrum Survival, shout out to Full Spectrum Survival. Y'all are going to want to go watch that channel, watch the latest video where it's talking about Mexico. Okay, because they're saying that there's this new bird flu in Mexico and that it's out there that people know that the US has been testing different things. I actually believe they wanted to kick it off in Africa, but it did not work last year in Tanzania. It didn't work
Yeah,
because Africa has a layer of protection. Y'all may not believe it, we're witnessing it. And
yeah,
the Africans and Ethiopians and these people have been witnessing it for thousands of years. And so there's a certain layer of protection with being on this continent. And that's just what it is.
yeah. Like
Because
really, that's a good point.
they've tried over and over, tried to kill African people, kidnap their
Shalom, family.
descendants,
Welcome, guys.
rape their
Make sure you like the
resources,
video.
and yet here African people are still surviving and
Sante
thriving,
Sana.
having children, getting married, living, having fruit on trees. Like you can't stop the Most High will favor who He chooses to favor, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to it.
So it's definitely signs that's happening. For me personally, I don't think they're gonna like push it as much. They're just gonna put it out there and then like let the people choose. Because before they made people like seem like they didn't have any choice at all. Like they
Right.
couldn't do
They were
anything.
backed against the wall.
Exactly.
Businesses shut down.
Man,
All
that's so
types of
crazy.
stuff.
That's like it's really crazy to think about. Please let me know. Am I tripping?
Right. Are
Like
you
this
tripping? Are
truth,
we
the
tripping?
the truth is coming out, and
Y'all awake?
we
Anybody
we
there?
we really lived through that. All that fakeness. It was so fake, and people saying, "Oh, I was telling them this ain't real. It's
Tell them.
this fake. I don't believe." Duh, duh, duh,
Uh-huh.
duh. And
Yep.
people looking at me crazy. People looking at the people that's telling the truth crazy.
Then twisting the Bible against them. Ooh, woe to you, foolish
I'm
people.
telling you.
Woe to the foolish. Y'all better pray for some discernment and really trust in the Most High. Because it proves right there who you trust in when falsehood can go out. And then you're like, well, I believe in the Most High, but actually I'm going to agree with the falsehood. And so that's like, there's this tension, there's this warring in your spirit where you're saying one thing, but by your actions, you're showing people that you don't really trust in the Most High.
Hmm.
Because if you had discernment, He would have shown you and has brought people to show you, but you want to accuse them instead. And so it'll be interesting seeing this next phase because they say the bird flu in Mexico is starting. And it's just like, how many times are y'all going to do this
Yeah,
sick war, what do you call it, microbiological warfare type flu warfare, because war is so different in these times
yeah,
that they can use these little things that they put in the lab, these evil experiments and scientific research, and then try to put it out on people and then look at it, it just backfired because Japan, China, Europe, Western Europe, and America and Canada, their populations are dramatically decreasing, and most
hmm,
of the deaths happened in those countries, and yet most Africans are not pricked.
right. Like we like people that's watching this, man. It's crazy. It's not crazy to think about, but we are really living in the last days. We really living in the prophecy that needs to be unfolded and revealed. You know how many people you know passed, died from that stuff.
Those pricks.
Yeah,
Mm. Those long, what they say, blood clots. A regular blood clot is like this or smaller. So how do you explain if y'all didn't see these documentaries? Everybody likes to watch like NFL and sports stuff. Why don't y'all stop doing that and just look at some of these documentaries that are out on Rumble where it literally has blood clots that are this long in people's veins after they have already passed away.
yeah,
Now you can't, if anybody knows anything about anatomy, which by the way, you should probably be learning that if you don't know anything about anatomy, but you have these long blood clots that these morticians had never seen before. And it's like, what the heck was in that?
Yeah,
What the heck did they put in that? By the way, it also changed the DNA and RNA and messing with those
I saw
nucleic
something.
acids.
They were saying like if you got the shot, you're not considered human because they changed your DNA.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
And that's
that
just the
really
first
just blows
few
my
years.
mind. Yeah,
What happens to the people who got it and then the next 10 years or when they have children? Like what does
exactly.
that look like? Nobody knows until you know, and then you're like, oh, shouldn't have did it. Well, you can't just whoops, just pull it back out. No, once it's done, it's done.
Man. So guys, if you enjoy that conversation, make sure you like the video. Um
Yeah, share
and
it.
let us know what you think in the comments because that's like that really blows my mind. Like they're coming out with truth now and people still trust it, still wanna stay right in that comfort and in that blind space where they're telling you everything is a lie.
I think people like to stay in discomfort. I don't think that's comfort. How can lies like that be comfort? An entire society based on lies. That's not comfort. Unless you also like lies, maybe that's comfortable. But for people that like truth and reality, that's not comfortable.
Yeah, not at
That
all.
stirs against your spirit day and night, day and night.
Not at all.
And this is all very timely because Biden just 24, 48 hours ago announced a new executive action. Much of the southern border is going to close at midnight. This was 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
He said he can't take it no more. You know, he was the one that opened it in the first place, but he was like, you know what, never mind, let's close everything down. Nobody else is getting back in. So I'm going to read this article from Politico and it is, well, I already read the title, but I'm gonna just read it. President Joe Biden issued a long expected executive action on Tuesday to clamp down on migrants seeking asylum, and in doing so, set the stage for the U.S. border with Mexico to be shut down between ports of entry at midnight. Now, this is interesting because this is also coming out when the bird flu in Mexico is just now spreading. The action and accompanying rule from the Biden administration allows the president to suspend asylum claims in between ports of entry where there is an average of 2,500 crossings a day over a 7-day period. That threshold, administration officials said, has already been hit over the past week. Oh, they're coming through quicker.
Yeah. That's
Why?
mm,
The announcement represents an aggressive attempt by Biden to bolster his standing on the border in advance of the November election. This is what they silly, man. Biden is expected to use a speech on Tuesday to highlight his unilateral efforts to resolve the crisis, while congressional Republicans, at the behest of Donald Trump, killed efforts to pass bipartisan border legislation earlier this year. Today, I'm moving past Republican obstruction and using the executive authorities available to me as president to do what I can on my own to address the border, said the president, flanked by two screens reading Securing Our Border in the White House. Okay, first of all, psychology. Okay. The fact that they're putting these signs on the room saying securing our border, they're trying to use propaganda to
hmm
get Americans to think in a certain way. All uppercase letters. Biden's talking, and on the walls it says securing our border, as if everybody needs to join in this joint mission to secure the border. Now, what does that psychologically say to Americans? To me, that sounds like low key, like little confrontational words, securing our border, like they want people to be ready.
hmm
If they putting this on the wall while he's saying that, that's propaganda at its finest, y'all. Psychology. I love studying psychology. It's so interesting, and so you can look at these things like, oh, okay, so that's what it is, y'all. He secured the border. He does not want to demonize immigrants. I will never refer to immigrants as poisoning the blood of a country, and further, I will never separate children from their families. Okay, so evidently the border's closed right now. That's what they say. I don't know if y'all buy the border.
Yeah, in our last video, we were saying like it wasn't even like Mexican people going through the border most of the time,
Iranians and Chinese.
and Russians,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm telling you, it's so much stuff going on right now, guys. I just pray that everybody just be safe. You know, really find that secret place
Right.
because it's about to get crazy.
Find the secret place.
We like I'm seeing 2020 again,
All over again.
all over
And
again.
it's crazy saying it again.
Yeah,
We were saying this 4 years ago.
yeah,
Saying it again, like hello. If y'all been watching this channel, or even if you're new, we have been on this channel and then in our friend groups saying this ain't right, this something's not right. Then the whole lockdown. Then not only the lockdown, the pricks and more pricks and more
right?
pricks.
The lockdown,
Secure our
and
border. What's
just
that
just
also
imagine
say?
now if they really try to lock down people,
That's what
they
they
not going they not going for no lockdown.
that's what secure the border sounds like.
Yeah,
Lockdown, secure the
people
border.
not going for no lockdown.
It's
I
all
can
the
see
same
it.
language.
Yeah, especially them coming out with these lies and stuff or these truths they told
Telling the truth now.
yeah, now they're telling the truth. So it's like these American people, they're not going to go for lockdowns at all.
Hmm.
Like at all. They
I
not
don't
going through
know.
that again. I know it's going to be a. I mean, I feel like eventually, but at the beginning they gonna
They're
be
not going for it.
yeah
They're not.
they gonna be
Especially a
fighting
lot
and
of
everything.
Republicans. Republicans aren't with it. Democrats and some of the black
Shalom
church may
family.
be with it a bit, but Republicans and free thinkers, and we're not Republican or Democrat, but you can see that certain people can accept critical truths just a little bit better because
Hmm.
the Democratic Party has done an excellent job of putting the wool over folks' eyes for a long time using the black vote. Which, by the way, you shouldn't even like you're voting for a clown and another clown.
I saw something the other day where it said if you got a felony you can't vote, but um they said so if you got a felony you can't vote,
Mm-hmm.
but you can run for president. You can be elected to be president, like Donald Trump. You know his case and stuff. He got federal charges now.
That's weird. I mean, most of the laws are strange.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just
like
weird.
that blows my mind. So it's like, dang. So if you come out of prison, you can't vote, but you come out to your president, then
You can be president.
yeah,
This election year, that's gonna be then add on top of all this, it's election year, and that folks be turning up. So y'all look, get to a safe space, get to the secret place where you can hear from the Most High, shut folks out so that you can hear, get the distractions away from you, no matter whose feelings you hurt, because you're gonna need to have some clarity.
yeah,
If you feel confused, shut everything off and get some clarity and speak the word, like, because that's gonna be what feeds you and leads you and guides you and lights the way before you, so you'll know where to go. So you'll know, oh, I'm gonna book a plane ticket this day, and I'm gonna do this day, and then I'm gonna get this situated. That's how we got out,
yeah,
straight up, 100%. That's our testimony.
for
That's
real.
real life.
And like you know, we always talk about the spirit. It's spiritual. It's very spiritual. So what we've been noticing lately, if we say something, it gets done
Ooh, quicker.
quicker.
I think it's both ways because those who are righteous and being righteous still, the Most High Spirit has to gear up and has to give more power because the kingdom of darkness also has
They
more
holding on. Yeah,
power
they holding on
quicker.
so much. They holding on so much. So they doing even more evil stuff to you know hold hold their kingdom together. But their kingdom is falling.
And you gotta choose which side you want. You gotta choose this day who you're gonna serve. And your mouth does not dictate who you serve. Your actions dictate who you serve.
Yeah.
Your knowledge doesn't dictate who you serve. By the Spirit of the Most High dictates who you serve. And that's reality. That's just what it is, because
Yeah. Shalom, everyone. Make sure
that's
you
reality.
like the video for us, so more people. Cause we're about to. It's not gonna be a long live. Cause we gotta do a couple things soon.
Yeah, y'all. For
So.
those just coming in, we're talking about how the toilet paper phenomena of 2019,
Can you
2020 is
get
starting again.
like for real? That really like all just that's so crazy to think about. We
It's
really
so
lived through that.
strange.
We was really going to stores and it was no toilet paper or paper towels and stuff. People would literally buy so much toilet paper. Think about that, y'all.
Did that save you from the prick?
Like
What was the
wow,
point of that?
that was different. That was really different. People was really buying all the toilet paper.
Does
Like
anybody
that's
know why? Like, I'm just really
that
like,
like blows
what?
my mind. Like what else happened?
It was so much. I should look. We should have wrote a
Toilet
book
paper,
on it. We
right?
should have been
We should
recording.
have put
Look, we
some
know
bullet
now.
points.
Record everything they doing. You
That's
look
that's
back on
like
it like
that's really crazy.
it was mostly toilet paper.
You cannot go into stores without a mask. You couldn't even go to the airport without a
You
mask.
couldn't even go outside
Yeah, it was lockdowns.
without a mask.
Soon as it got dark, a lot of stuff just closed.
Then everybody's standing 6 feet away from each other, like some kind of sci-fi movie. What kind of
Oh
sci-fi stuff?
man. Now you can really laugh about it. I don't even like this is crazy. Like when you think about it, people was really like looking at each other side eye if you got too
Which clearly shows y'all obviously don't learn too much in the education system. If you know anything about coughing and sneezing, like it really showed how foolish American people, not just Americans, but the
the whole
entire world
world.
is.
Yeah.
It showed how foolish the entire world
That's why
is.
it's like that's why I say like it's way more spiritual than people think. Like it this affected the whole entire world.
Except Tanzania and Madagascar. They were standing strong.
Yeah.
They were standing strong. Okay? Most High always has some Goshens out there. Ain't gonna be a lot of them, but he got Goshens. It did a number on them. It's not the same. Why you say that? I know a lot of small businesses shut down in certain communities. What else was like the effects of the lockdown?
Yeah.
Obviously, like remote work. I think that was one of the benefits that it had.
Mhm. That was good. Everybody, dang, I wish we was in certain positions then.
Well, we got knowledge now. We got more
Yeah.
understanding now.
Yeah, and the most high, man, he is so awesome. He's really increasing knowledge. He's really increasing what you need to know to to be ahead in these times, to be
And
ahead of the curve.
just ask him to show you through dreams and visions. Just ask him because his word says in Joel 2 that your sons and daughters will have visions and dreams. That's his word. That's not my word. That's his word. So you can take his word,
Hmm.
take it back to him, and ask him, like, Abba, you said it. People will have dreams and visions to understand what's going on. So can you give me some?
Really.
Since you love me and you want to provide for me and you want to be my father and you,
And he will. He definitely will. He definitely will.
he does like y'all, and y'all be like, how do you look? We have a very very close relationship with the Spirit of the Most High, like very very close. Like he speaks and it's so clear. That's what y'all want to do so that you can know how to maneuver because it's not going to be helpful to try and hang on the coattail of another human. That's that's not what you do. That's not wise. That's foolish and lazy. That's what that is. That's lazy. People don't want to just pray and have a relationship with the Most High, which it doesn't take a lot. You have all these different other religions out here. You got like this, you got do this, you got jump around, you got do this ritual, do this, do
Yeah.
that, sacrifice. You don't have to do any of that. You just got to repent, turn from your sins, treat people right, get that envy and malice out your heart, worship the Most High, and ask Him to show you what to do. That's it.
Hallelujah.
But to want to jump on somebody else's coattail and just depend on other people, like the five wise virgins and the five foolish virgins, you're going to find out real quick. The five
Mm-hmm.
wise are going to say, no, I need my oil so I can
Right?
make it. That's wisdom.
Really. Really. That's just like let's say these coconuts that we're looking at right here, right? There's gonna be some good coconuts there that's gonna grow all the way into the harvest, but the bad one's gonna fall off. So it goes back to the wheat and tares. I feel like the tares is really falling off spiritually.
Yeah, it has to happen.
So yeah, and it has to happen. And it's like once you really get to a certain level with the Most High, because it's always levels to it.
Right.
It's time to eat meat now. It's not milk. I don't want to say like you really got to eat that meat. You can't even sip the milk anymore to swallow the meat to make it more softer to swallow. No, you really got to eat that meat.
Yeah. Because if you have the foundation and you have the foundation for years, why are you still repeating the same things? When are you going to learn and come into the real truth of the meat of the word? Ever
Hmm.
learning and never able to come into the truth. That don't make sense. Right, Bantulisa. Dress rehearsal is over. For real, it's over. If y'all thought 2019, 2020 was bad, what do you think 2025, 2026 is going to look like? You
Mm-hmm.
think it's about to be better and easier?
I'm I say what? Cause they locked down again in September or something.
When?
When we came to Tanzania, we came in August.
Right.
They
Had locked
opened it up.
down
They
the
opened
third time. They had a
the
lot of
airport
lockdowns.
up, right? And that's we was like, man, we gotta go.
Yeah, we
We
was
gotta
not
go.
playing.
While
Ooh.
this is I think it was like November 2020.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to make snap decisions according to the spirit.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and it's crazy to think about. Like that's it's so much going on too. So I don't know if a lot of people know about that, about the truth coming out with the C-19 stuff.
Now they still stuck
Um,
on P Diddy and all the folks, all the rappers and them
and
folks.
then the war that's about to happen. Russia declared the United States of America an enemy,
Just in the last 48 hours.
an enemy.
While Biden shut. If y'all can't put seriously, y'all, like if you can't put one and two together, but we'll continue to tell you. But seriously, the least you can do if you're like, oh my gosh, America's the safest country on earth. The least you can do is just humble yourself and say, wait a minute, let me just pray to see if anything is true about what they're saying. Let me just ask the Most High. Let me just and make sure your heart does not hate anyone that is outside of America, because that's another thing that gets people caught up. If
Hmm.
you have self-hatred in your heart to the point where you don't like to look at black African people, that you don't like to see natural black African hair, that you don't like to have self love, then you're already messed up. You're already screwed, because when you go to the Most High, you have a ought with an entire race and nation of people that the Most High says is his beloved, where he says, hair like wool in
Hmm.
Revelations and the book of Daniel. And so you can't have this self hate. And you may not profess it with your mouth, but if you go to African countries and say, wow, all these people are too black, let me go be around lighter people. That's self hate. Like it doesn't get any clearer. Like you cannot, when you see Yahusha's parents are willing to go into Egypt, they're not saying, oh, let's try to go where the Greeks and Romans are because they're light and we'll be safer with light skin.
Ooh, that's deep.
Like,
That's deep, y'all. Like for real, you got to really think like that. Like, where would you blend in
yeah,
when the adversary is coming for you?
that's the Bible. We ain't make this up. The Most High left this stuff here for a reason. Even Moses, when he left Egypt, he went into another nation that also looked like him. Strategic alliances. Because our people have this weird, white supremacy, slavery did a little hot mess on your indoctrination. But let me wake you up today to see how indoctrinated we are, where we can come around black people, but we will abuse them. We will abuse each other. We will abuse ourselves. We will have this whole violent spirit towards our own people. But then you want to give tenfold grace to the European man.
It's like you that's just a curse. You really got to break
Ooh,
that.
that's a curse, right?
Yeah,
That's Deuteronomy
because
28.
like you see it everywhere, all around the world,
Yeah,
even here in Africa. If
yeah,
you see an African, they just say they working and stuff, and they see a black person come, they gonna treat them different than a white person.
right. In certain countries in Africa.
So they really did a number on us, but
Ooh.
we really gotta break this stuff. Like we really gotta break these curses. We really gotta be bold in these last days, because the Most High is really trying to push His people up to a position. It's just a kingdom. The kingdom is coming. What is a kingdom? It's ranks. It's levels. So
It's resources, it's
it
value, it's
it's
knowledge.
I'm telling you, and this kingdom of darkness is falling. They trying to hold on so bad. They trying to do everything, but the kingdom of the Most High is coming, and His people need to be ready for this kingdom.
And not lukewarm. You don't have time for lukewarm. Pick a side. Get ready to rebuke and extort. Get ready to have the word as your sword. Get
Hmm.
ready to, when you're going through the highways and byways, when you're hiking up the mountains, when you're going by the rivers, when you're doing these different things to find your Goshens, you're speaking the word in an instant, and you know the Most High's voice close enough where you can go left or right.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go up or down the mountain. You're gonna go into this place or not into that place. Just like the disciples, they knew the Most High like that. They ask everybody and go ask this person and that church leader, and then knock on this person's door and say, "Well, what do you think?"
Yeah.
Stop asking false prophets what they think. All they're gonna give you is false prophecy. Don't even ask us what we think because we're not your leaders. We're not your shepherds. We're not your teachers. You have one teacher,
Mm-hmm.
one Father. That's the Most High. One priest that takes you to Him. That's Yahusha. That's it. That's all. We're just here to testify to you of His goodness
Yeah.
and that He provides for His children wherever they are in the world, and that when you come out of Babylon, it's not going to
Wherever
be the
you
end of
are,
the world for you.
that's what
It's
it
going to be the
is.
beginning.
The beginning is it's gonna be that, like, wherever you are in the world, he's gonna take care of you. He's gonna make sure his people that's really that work with the faith be good. I'm telling
Beyond
you
good.
that
It's not even
beyond good.
good.
Even yeah, good,
Exceptionally. Yeah.
two goods, three, yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all,
Hallelujah.
we be
It's,
trying to,
man.
like, since we've been here, we just been increasing spiritually,
Physically.
physically, emotionally, just
Everything.
just understanding ourselves, just understanding what the Most High is trying to do for His people.
Yeah.
It's just an
Wisdom,
increase,
understanding, all of it.
all of it.
All of it. That's the beautiful thing about this journey. But y'all hit the like button. There's 47 people, 16 likes. Go ahead and share this with somebody who you think would find value in it and could think outside of the box, or someone you think needs to think outside of the box. Because in times of war, you're going to have to think outside the box. And if you think it's not times of war, you may want to rethink that. When people are literally saying, nations, hey, we're going to come in and you are in. If y'all, please, okay, let me put it like this.
What's that scripture?
If it,
Wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation.
wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, earthquakes in diverse places. All these tremors are happening on the earth.
I'm telling you.
But at least look back on World War One and World War Two, because there are patterns and signifiers. This is why in Deuteronomy it says, "Ask the forefathers, and they'll tell you." That
Mm-hmm.
principle tells me that if I look at history, I can learn something about the future.
Yep.
So if I understand why World War II started, if I understand why World War One started, if I understand why World War II started, then I can say, oh, these signifiers have already come to pass. We're getting ready to go into the next phase. Let me see where the neutral places are on Earth. Let me find the neutral place where it's not this left wing, that right wing. Find somewhere that's neutral.
Exactly.
Find somewhere where the people are peaceful, because you don't want to be fighting your neighbors in the last days when it's already wars and rumors of wars. You don't want to have to worry about food. You want to be able to step out and see fruits and vegetables everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
or have the ability to plant fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a fact, but I hear people, like, in the States, you can't even really just say, if we wanted to have a garden in the States and grow each vegetable and fruits that we eat, we can't even do that. We
Yeah,
can't even
depending on
have
the state,
chickens.
you need certain licenses.
Yeah, you gotta have certain licenses. You can't even have, like, 20 chickens
But
to
in
try to
Africa, it's the complete
opposite. Yeah,
opposite.
it's the opposite. So that's why we tell people, you gotta be prepared. And we really believe if you get to Africa, it's it's already ready for you.
Yeah,
Like, it's
especially
just
if the Most
ready.
High is calling you, it's done, it's finished, and that's it. You step into it.
Man,
I don't know what else to say. Like, that's it. That's it.
what else was we about to say?
I think that's it. What else? Any questions about what we're saying? What do y'all think about Russia declaring the U.S. their enemy? It's just like if you were getting in a fight with somebody and you would tell them, like, this is the problem I have with you. That's the equivalent of what Russia just did. And it's interesting how the U.S. closed the borders. I'm glad they did that for the sake of the folks over in the U.S. But it makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. It's interesting. I'm just thinking about, like, wow, this is
What
really.
is D-Day?
D-Day was the day they dropped the bomb. America dropped the bomb
And
on Japan, Hiroshima. and declared the end
Oh.
of the war.
Oh, okay. Well, it was the 80th uh anniversary. I see.
Oh, today.
Uh I guess yesterday, 4 hours,
Oh,
6 hours.
wow.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. In Africa, experienced elders are trying to remind the next generation that farming and agriculture aren't dead. Exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It has to be done.
And then the
Have to
season,
go back to the soil.
the season that like the weather season in the states, hurricanes, fires, tornadoes is about to start ramping up. Man, y'all really got to think about stuff like that because if that affects people, like move, like if you can't drive a certain day or go to the airport that day because this and that's happening.
This is strategy talk. A lot of our people don't like to strategize because we've been taught in school, don't strategize, just obey.
Yeah.
Don't think, just obey. Don't
Who
ask too many questions.
who are you going to obey? Like really, that's a question.
Right.
Who are you really going to obey?
The education system completely failed Americans and the Western nations completely. As you can see, the fruits of the education system is that these children are insane and the populations are decreasing. So, that's the fruits of that. That makes it very clear. It's crazy. But yeah, y'all share this video. I think we about to get off here. Any last questions?
Yeah. Make sure you like the
Somebody
video
said,
too. We
Michael Ray,
appreciate
you
it.
do need a license in Chicago to grow food. Yeah, I thought so. Passports, visas were locked up in DC. We almost didn't make it to Rwanda. Wow.
Right? Yeah, like we had to wait for our we applied for our child Josiah's passport
February 28th
February.
of 29, no,
Yeah, it was like right
2020.
before they announced the lockdowns and stuff.
2020. February 19th, 20.
2020, and we
Yeah.
didn't get it until July.
Yeah. So y'all get y'all pack before they start doing that. Just get it. Just don't, just save your and also save, 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 save. It's not time to be going out to the movies, going out to this festival, going out, and then you're like, I don't have any resources. Well, whose fault is that? Save,
Yeah,
save 50% of your income.
save your peace too, cause it's about to get crazy.
Right.
You gotta save a lot,
Yeah. Save your
not just
sanity.
money, but peace, sanity, all of it.
All of it. But yeah, you gotta save because that's fundamental being an adult. That's what Joseph taught Pharaoh. We're going to have 7 years of famine. We're going to need to save for these from these 7 good years to go into the 7 bad years. We're going to need to save. So, as you can imagine, he's probably taking inventory of everything Egypt has. He's taking every type of inventory, or he's having the people do that to say, hey, we're going to have to save up this much. We're going to have to strategize to have this. Then we're going to have to do this. Then we're going to have to do this. And he has the complete strategy laid out from the Most High. But people in today's time who have these religious spirits say, well, I'm going to just wait here and not do anything. Okay. That's not what any of the forefathers did, but okay.
Man,
I'm not going to try and convince you.
yeah, man, and I'm telling you, Russia not playing. It's like a different type of um, and the spirit is different.
It
Like
is.
recently, it's been different. So I'm not sure if something like Russia talking big, talking about they gonna destroy the U.S. That's different.
That was literally what they said.
Hmm.
Mm. Just, y'all, be prayerful and be open minded. Don't have this America's the only place on earth mentality when there's hundreds of other countries. Like, I don't get that. I really don't get that. When
Hmm.
it's never been easier in the world to move to a different territory. And Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's time, they just had to just go. They heard the Most High. They just had to go. They didn't have certain technology. They didn't have certain networks that they knew about. They didn't have people saying, hey, it's actually decent over here. It's safe over here. But we have that, and yet we're more afraid than Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were.
Hmm.
I don't know how that happens. That's why I'm like, there must be some kind of spirit of stupor or slumber over the people in America. Maybe it's all the distractions. Maybe it's the food, the lack of faith. I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of all of it. If you keep watching scary content about living abroad, that's all they'll show you, and you'll be, yeah, SOL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that's another thing too. So just make sure you researching the right things. Once you start the research,
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah.
once you really start the research, one thing is gonna be more things coming up. So that's true, because we
Yeah.
we see it all the time. I'm looking on YouTube right now, and I
Mm-hmm. What?
all I'm seeing is what this is all I'm seeing.
What is this?
This stuff.
I don't see it. Oh.
Yeah. So it's just like, man, because that's what I've been researching and
Yeah, you
stuff.
gotta curate your algorithm.
Yeah. You can definitely use it as a positive tool. Like really.
Be strong and very courageous. It's not time to be all afraid. Just like in the book of Joshua and Judges, the Israelites going through being strong, courageous, be a mighty man of valor. Go forth. Don't trust these nations. Don't trust these Americans. You can't trust these Westerners.
Yeah.
I'm telling you from experience. I grew up around them
Really.
from age
I
5
mean, I'm pretty sure
to
everybody
20.
watching this got experience.
Like,
Now, like, man, it's crazy to think about. Like,
I mean, like, for real. Like, why would you trust? They already showed you they can't be trusted.
time
Facts, I
after
get new
time.
channels and IG accounts about travel on my feed daily the past. Yeah, us too. Look, you might as well just see what the Most High has out here in His earth. Because even though He's
Hmm.
allowed the adversary to rent it for a time, the landlord is still Yahuwah. He's still
Yep.
the landlord. That doesn't change anything. So He can only operate within the contract that He's been allowed.
Hmm.
And if we know the Most High has created Goshens and safe places, if we know Psalms 91, He says, "Hide under the shadow of the Almighty," so no plagues can come nigh your dwelling, and so the arrows won't harm you by day. That means that has to be actually a place,
Hmm.
and it is if you believe. If you don't believe, I don't know what to
Yep.
tell you. You might want to learn how to believe. If you can even perceive how to believe, as Peter says in the book of Peter, if you can even perceive the goodness of Yahuwah,
Right.
most can't even perceive. They're like, no, He left us.
Spirit and truth. Spirit and truth. It's written.
That's it.
It's very simple.
For the called and the elect.
Yeah.
Ooh, that reading Peter at these
Spirit
times
and
is like,
truth.
man, it ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. We still keep our eyes open for the next opportunity. Facts.
Hmm.
Facts. Because we are pilgrims in this earth. We are pilgrims in this earth. The Most High don't owe you nothing. These countries don't owe you nothing. Nobody owes you nothing. Your mom, your dad, your cousins, your sisters, your uncles, your children, your whoever, they don't owe you nothing. That's the mindset you should have. When Abraham goes into Egypt to ask for food and he has Sarai with him, Sarah, he didn't come in there like, y'all owe me something, but he came out with wealth and riches
Yeah.
because his humble heart positioning. He didn't come in there demanding stuff that's not his because he knows he's a pilgrim in the earth. He knows everything he's seeing is temporary. So act as a spirit being. A spirit being knows that this is all temporary and knows how to maneuver. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna occupy the field while you're gone, but I also understand this is a spiritual. I'm a spiritual being.
Yeah. Spirit and truth. He will just guide you
Yep.
and lead you.
Shalom, fam. How many members do you have? Few people to do live for members. Yes, we have 32 members now. Shout out to Test Faye, members only. If you want to be members only, just check out the link in the description where we share where we are, day to day life. Hi, Josiah.
Almost.
Um, we share some finance stuff, some stock stuff we're invested in. We share our next moves. We share our moves here where we're at.
Yeah.
We share a lot of like very intriguing information that you can use
Hmm.
because nobody really knows about this stuff because
Don't do the
nobody's
research.
here.
Yeah. Once you start doing the research, it's gonna pop up. So
Oh
recently,
yeah,
we did you put that link in there?
yeah. The link's in the description.
Okay. Check the link in the description if you guys are interested in gold. Hmm.
Yeah,
If you see what's coming, I think everybody should be interested in gold.
Yeah, gold and silver, they're up on the charts.
Yeah.
They've already pronounced that gold and silver have just reached their next highs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to continue like that because that's the most highest currency. That's his riches that he made from his hands. Like it's mind blowing that you can serve a creator that makes gold, diamonds, silver, rubies. Like wow, the Most High, like he's just so like you can't even describe him properly using words. So that we just try to do our best every day to worship him. Yahuwah really still in control. Absolutely, 100%. How much does a member cost? $7 per month. Internet and social media is for way more than doom scrolling. The insider info is out there. Yeah,
Really?
man. What you bring into the world and what you see in the world is based on what's inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had fear and stuff inside of you, obviously you're going to be typing, oh my gosh, this horrible happened. Somebody died. And oh my gosh, this thing. Oh. Instead of typing, where is Goshen? Instead of typing, let me look at these different countries that have digital nomad visas. Instead of typing, let me see what's going on. Right? Oh, y'all can barely hear me. That's new because usually I'm loud. It was dead. Oh, wow. The struggle. Sorry, y'all. The gold of Havila is good. The Most High is good. Yeah. Like, for real. He's past good. He's miraculous, all encompassing, magnificent, sovereign, wonderful, ever present, ever knowing.
Yeah, guys, spirit and truth. Like really, it's written. It's getting down to a time. I'm not trying to put fear in people, but you really got to understand what's going on. You really got to know what's coming, because they tell you. They have to tell you. They have to tell you what's about to come. They have to tell you the truth. The adversary have to tell you what's about to happen, and he's telling us.
Man,
So I just pray everybody
just leave.
Just find your secret place. Find a peaceful place.
Yeah.
Where you're going to be safe.
Yeah.
Because it's getting down to that time again. Again.
Exactly. One Nation Under Black. I'm praying people are listening. Please, in uppercase, please leave America. Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Please. I'm so tuned into the places I could go, so I'm not worried about murder rates in countries I'm not interested in. Facts. 100,000% facts. Mm-hmm. Why am I going to be worried about a place that I'm not even going? That's a distraction. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, but that's not my portion. That's not for me. Man, if 1,000 are going to fall at your left side and 10,000 at your right hand, are you going to stand there the whole time in Psalms 91 and just say, wow, 1,000 over there, 10,000, I'm going to just stand here forever and talk about it? No, you better move on.
I feel like that pretty much already happened in a way.
It did. And it's going to get even worse, though, because it's prophesied 1/3 of the earth is going to be gone in Revelations. It did, because that prick knocked out some folks.
Yeah, really.
Somebody said one of my good friends is thriving as a single mom in Africa. Yeah, there's plenty of single moms. Some are single when they come and actually end up married. There's a sister in Senegal like that, running her business with her Senegalese husband. Now her kids are covered and provided for. And her, she'll have 4 children. Living her best life, literally. Living her best life. Y'all listen to Ellie Talks Money? That's what I'm talking about. Entrepreneur. Shalom, shalom, Lady J's Black Eyed View. That, but different people have different faith levels, no matter what belief, whether it's Christianity, you think you're Hebrew, you think you're whoever you think you are. Different people have different faith levels. If you got the grace for it, use the grace, because that's for you. And so many of y'all teaching us business ownership is crazy. Yeah. Because we got to get back to it. That's always what it was in ancient times. Ellie Talks Money is the bomb. Yes, she is. She has so many resources on funding. Y'all, look, we be taking the advice. The advice is out there. And it works. Wisdom and knowledge is out there.
Yeah, knowledge will increase in the last days. But you got to understand which knowledge is, like, where's the knowledge coming from?
Yeah. Bantu Lisa condolences. She said, I lost my husband last year, not letting that stop me. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Sorry to
that's
hear that.
sad. Sorry to hear that too.
But yeah, y'all get the right wisdom and knowledge. Look into your finances. Make sure you're saving 30 to 50% every single month. Whatever you got cut out. If you got to eat rice and beans, you might as well get used to eating rice and beans anyway, because that's pretty much how you're going to be eating in Africa. Okay. So you might as well get your rice and beans, get a little avocado on it. Also, you want to look into owning your business, owning your assets,
Yeah,
diversifying your
this is
assets.
we're talking on what we did also
Yeah, this is
that
all
helped
stuff we've
us,
done.
and
Have your
we give it to you in our courses and the links that we share and stuff. Like it's just like a different mindset. Like really, so you got to shift your mindset.
right. You got to get out of the 9 to 5 mindset. That's what really screws people, that 9 to 5 mindset that makes you think I can't operate outside of some corporate white man telling me what to do. But you were made to create because you were made from the master creator. So you should be able to create something.
Well, we can finish it up.
But yeah, y'all, that's it. We got to go soon. What time is it?
Oh, 2:30.
Oh, okay. We leaving in an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got a place to trade. Okay. I'm about to, what am I about to do? I'm going to go find a snack.
But yes, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking the video. We really appreciate everyone for tuning in, supporting us. You know, just listen to us be ourselves in our thoughts and stuff. So um, make sure you visit the link in the description. Visit our members only channel. You know, we go more more in depth to more information about where we are, because where we are is about to be very very in the next 5-10 years. It's going to be a good place to be with investments. So if you are interested in investing, the first thing is to invest in yourself.
Yeah, it
So
is.
you really have to shift your mindset, you know, spirit and truth, and it is written.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Beyond 301 said, I still have lessons in your Multiply Your Talents program. Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's what we're here for, y'all. We try to tell the folks. No D. Robert Wesley said, no, D Day is when the U.S. landed in France during World War II. Thank you for the correction. D Day is when the U.S. landed in France. Always appreciate y'all. Be blessed. Thanks for the encouragement. Thank you guys. All praise to the Most High. Yes, I'm interested in investing. Yeah, y'all. It's wisdom time. It's action time. It's strategic decisions, executive decision makers only. No confusion, no fear. Walk the narrow path.
Yes, and today's our last state of diaspora.
Yeah,
So I'm excited.
yeah.
I'm excited about that to
I
see.
am too. That we have a
Um,
good group of entrepreneurs in there. It's a good vibe, good time. People are really exiting the US before October.
mhm.
Like the folks are leaving. And it's not always televised. We come on here, but every time we post a video, there's dozens and dozens of people that just leave. They don't have to go ask nobody. They don't have to announce it nowhere. They just walk in obedience and leave and go live their best life. And that's it. Prophet Esther Morgan, members only, shout out to you. Hey, I'm currently seeking the Most High for which business? Absolutely, 100%. With the Most High, what always works is looking at your history and then looking at your family's history. Because the way that we were as African people in the biblical days, certain clans and tribes would be known for a thing. So just pay attention to that. Pay attention to what seamlessly gives you joy, which you don't mind researching for hours and hours. Time to move now. One Nation Under Black said it.
Exactly. Man, one nation under black. Hallelujah. Really. So guys, yeah, I think that's all. That's all.
That's all. Yeah. See y'all later. Shalom, shalom.
Yeah, shalom guys.